Christina here, and welcome back to our Try Something New series. And today I am going to try making a naked 3-layer yellow cake with strawberry filling and cream cheese frosting. I don't really bake cakes, so this will be fun, but yeah, I'm excited to try. I'll take you along. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the strawberry filling, which you're going to want to make 4 hours before making the cake because it needs to completely cool before you use it. So I'm going to cut up 3 cups of strawberries, and you can use fresh or frozen. And then I'm going to add half a cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to it. And you're going to heat that on medium and bring it to a simmer. And you want to let it simmer for several minutes until the strawberries begin to break apart and the mixture will start to thicken. I just realized I never talked about mashing the strawberries, so you're going to use a potato masher to mash the strawberries. All right, back to the video. And make sure you're stirring it frequently. And then you're going to mix about 1/4 cup of water and 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, and make sure the water is warm. Mix that together, and then you will pour that into the strawberry mixture and stir it well and bring it back to a light simmer until it thickens, maybe about a minute or 2, and then you are going to let it cool. You're going to take it off the heat and let it cool for 4 hours. And next I'm going to make cake, and I use the pre-made box mix, the Betty Crocker Super Moist Yellow Cake, and made a couple adjustments to it. So first I added the dry ingredients to the bowl, and instead of water I used milk. Then I followed the instructions for the oil, and then here I added an extra egg, and adding this is really just a simple way to make the cake better. The egg yolk adds a rich flavor, and the whites are going to add moisture and make the cake texture fluffier. Just mix it until it's well mixed. Silly face. Spray the pan with non-stick spray, and then I spread the batter between the 2 pans. And then I baked it at 350 for about 25 minutes. And I didn't mention earlier, but I do use two boxes because 1 box of the cake mix only makes 2 layers of the cake, so I had to add an extra one to get that extra layer. And next I'm gonna make the cream cheese frosting, and the first thing I'm gonna do is mix the cream cheese and butter together. One important note is to make sure that the cream cheese and butter are at room temperature before mixing. So I'm gonna mix it on medium speed until smooth, and it might be a few minutes. You want to make sure you mix it well and scrape the sides if you need to. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 4 cups of powdered sugar. Now I did add the powdered sugar 2 cups at a time just to avoid a big mess and make sure it mixes well. So you want to make sure everything mixes well. I mixed it on high. And then you just go ahead and eat the frosting. Nope, joking, don't do that. Then I'm gonna take the frosting and put it into a piping bag, but you can also use a Ziploc bag if you have it. So I have that, and then I'm gonna do the same for the strawberry filling. And then you're gonna level out all the layers of the cake and cutting off the tops, and you will get yourself a cake pancake, which looks yummy. Here are the layers of the cake, and now it is time for the fun part, assembling the cake. So I'm putting down just a little bit of frosting onto the base just to act as an adhesive. So I put the first layer down, and the first thing I'm going to do is pipe the cream cheese frosting into 3 circles, leaving space in between them for the strawberry filling. Then I'm going to take the strawberry filling and fill those spaces. Then I'm going to add the next layer of the cake and repeat the process. Now it's time for the final layer of the cake. So I added that, and the top layer is just going to be the cream cheese frosting. And I frosted it and took a spatula and smoothed it out as best as I can. And then that is it. The cake is complete. One thing you can add is fresh strawberries if you want, or any other fresh fruit that you wanted, and that is all. And then it's time to cut into it and taste it. Oh, it's so pretty. I am so proud of this cake, and it was delicious. Next, I want to try making a chocolate cake. Thanks for watching. Bye.